good Thursday morning, everybody. It is August 3rd, 2023, the year of our Lord. Good morning to everybody. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you had a good night. I hope you all survived Hump Day. I know I did. We had a great Hump Day. It was good to have Colleen in the studio with us last night. And it's always good having her in here with us. I see I didn't change the title yet, Jimmy and Colleen. That's fine. I was a little tired this morning. We stayed up a little bit late last night, but good morning to everybody. Hope everybody is doing fine. We're on the downward stretch. It's 2 more work days until the weekend. 2 more work days until the weekend. So good morning, everybody. Want to say right out of the gate, Rob is here with Cruising on the High Season Travel. Good day, y'all. 86 days till that Kairos Day. Yes, sir. And we're getting excited as well. Sharon is here. Good morning, Sharon. I hope you're doing well. Law is here. Good morning to you, my friend. Hope all is well in your area. Good morning to John. It's good to see you as well. I hope you and all of yours are doing great. Thank you for coming in. Paul is here. Good morning, Paul. I am late. A few minutes late. Like I said, we stayed up a little bit late. Colleen and I were wound up after that heavy ice cream drink that we had last night. We only had one, and then we had some pizza for supper last night. But all of that sugar and that pizza kept us up a little bit. So we did go into Controversial Cruisers and Warmstrong Adventures. They had a live after hours, and we were in there for a little bit as well. So we were hanging out. And yes, Law, good morning to the lurkers. We do appreciate all the lurkers that are with us, and thank you for coming in. It's good to have you here. Hit that like button for us if you don't mind. It's important. It helps that algorithm for us. The question is, where is my cruise going and going out of? Well, I don't know. Is it the same cruise I'm on? Good morning, Shadow. Ron Sebastian is here, one of my good and oldest friends. Ronnie and I go way back in the fire service. He is a great guy, a great dad, a good great husband. He's great everywhere. So, are you working, my friend? Usually he'll pop in on the show here and there when they're getting ready to do transition in the morning. But good morning to you, and thanks for coming in from Facebook. Oh, good morning, everybody. Cheers. Hope you had a good shift, my friend. I hope everybody's safe and healthy, and it's good to see you. Let's see. Is it too late to be a Lara lurker? A Lara lurker? Is it too early for me? I don't know if I get that. Gaylors, how's your sleep last night? I said pretty good myself, Sharon is asking. Ronnie says, all good here. Good to see you as well. Yeah, my friend. How's that new house? Have you guys moved in yet? Ron and his wife sold their house where they brought the kids up, and the kids are pretty much grown up in that, and they've just bought themselves a new to them forever home. So good for you guys. Congratulations on that. Mid-October. Okay. So little bit longer, but I bet the anticipation's killing you guys, especially your wife. I'm just trying to catch up here in the chat. Okay, so we're pretty much all caught up. For those of you that joined us last night for Hump Day, we appreciate that. That was a lot of fun. I thought it was a very good live stream. We had a lot of fun, Colleen and I, and it's good having somebody with me. You know, we do an hour And the same with the Cup of Joe show. We're here for an hour. I bet. Yeah, very much so. And for the most part, it's pretty easy, believe it or not, to fill 60 minutes. But sometimes, man, you get a loss for words. And can you believe it? Me having a loss for words. It does happen even to me. But last night was fantastic. It was great having her. It's always good to have somebody on the panel. I have put the link up there if anybody would like to come up. There it is again. If you guys want to come up on the panel, just go ahead and click on that and sign in, and we can have you up here with me co-hosting Cup of Joe weekdays live 6 a.m. It's okay. I have things to do today, so it'll keep me from napping so I can sleep tonight. Yeah, is it still the knee, John, that's keeping you up? Look at flights for the next cruise out of MIA. Gotcha. All right. So, yeah, don't forget to like, share, and comment. And if you are watching us in the replay, or if you're new to our channel, please consider subscribing. The other thing is when you go to people's channels, we do support each other here. We are not by any means a sub for sub, but we do support each other. It's one big happy family and one big community. So go to each other's channels, check them out, watch a video at least 3 minutes long, and then leave a legitimate comment for them. And then after that, if you're so inclined, you can go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Leaving a legitimate comment. That's a few sentences long. I feel like a little music this morning in the background. Let me know if it's too loud. A little music. You know me and music. So, it was fun showing off a couple of my guitars last night too. Denise was asking about them, and then of course I had to grab a couple and show them off. The Les Paul and the Stratocaster, of course. So Sharon says, Gaylors, I ate supper last night. Then next thing I need Jimmy's. Next thing I know, Jimmy's on, right? It can't miss. It's easy. It's 6 o'clock. It could be a 12-hour difference. You never know. 6 a.m., 6 p.m. But we try to keep it simple. I am a firefighter, and we use the KISS system in the fire service. Are you familiar with the KISS system? Yes, I have a new medication to help, but it doesn't last long enough. I fell asleep fast for 3 hours. Yeah, and that sucks. Show off. I'll show off more, too. I'm very proud, like I said last night, those guitars, as a young guitar player, my folks couldn't afford anything like that, and nor could I. And those were the two guitars that I dreamed about having. And it's funny how life is. I bought the Strat in 2004. It's one of the guitars they made during the 50th anniversary. In fact, it has a 50th anniversary backplate on it. So I bought it in 2004. I've had it new since then. And it just so happens I stumbled across it in the store, and I just had to have it. The Les Paul came to me a little bit later. That's actually a 2003 studio Les Paul. And I stumbled upon that one, and it was a deal I could not pass up. When I say it was a deal, it really was. I did really well on that. So then I had my lifelong dream guitars, those two guitars. And the others that I have are just ones that I've collected and thought sounded good, or I thought would fit well with my live shows. So there you go. There's a little bit. That's right, Law. And right, Paul. Keep it simple, stupid. Keep it simple, stupid. Yeah, we do that in the fire service. Kisses, Paul. Don't forget, Jimmy hugs on the cruise. Speaking of kisses, I don't know if I'll be doing kisses, but definitely hugs. Can volunteer firefighters with the blue-white lights on, are they allowed to run red lights safely? So here in the U.S., we have red lights, red and blue lights, and yes, but you have to stop first, and then you have to look both ways, make a lot of noise, and then you can proceed safely through the lights. But you can't just go flying through them. You have to stop. We're only supposed to go 10 miles over the speed limit when responding to an incident. I say supposed to because sometimes your adrenaline gets the best of you. So if it hadn't been for them in the telly, where would music be? I agree. Les Paul, he was basically the inventor of the solid body guitar. Guy was a genius. And then he perfected multi-track recording as well. I mean, not only was it for his time a great guitar player, but the guy was a genius when it came to sound reinforcement and working with frequency in that. And then, of course, him and his wife, Mary Ford, very successful artists as well. So, and then Leo Fender, right around the same time-ish. He's out in California. I think Corona is the name of the town. And he builds this solid body guitar, the Telecaster. And my goodness, those two guitars shaped what music is today. We talked about that last night. And incredible. No, not on a volunteer vehicle. Oh, I see. If they're clearly marked with lights, they can. So here in the U.S., and I even want to bring it down further to my area, volunteers are allowed to have lights with a permit on their vehicle. For the most part, they just got to drive with haste, but not speed, and either get to the fire department and pick up a piece of apparatus, or drive to the scene, depending on the town and the fire department that you belong to. So, Wizard of Waukesha, right? Amazing. The guy was just amazing. He started out making lap steels. Okay. I think the Telecaster, though, Paul, right, was the first solid body that Leo made. I could be wrong, and I'm wrong. I've been wrong before, but I believe it was the Tele was his first one before the Strat. Red and blue combo was reserved for police. Yeah, see, that's in Canada, right? We have, so here in New England, red and blue, it's mostly blue on all the police cars. And what we have is red lights everywhere, but on the rear of the vehicle or the rear facing lights, I'm going to get this, make sure I get it right. One lens on the left can be blue, and then the other right on the rear facing lights. So the light bar on the top on the rear, and then on the very back near the tail lights, there's a combination of red and blue. So that's for us here. So that's in New England is what I'm speaking specifically, or in New Hampshire. So I can't speak for any other state. But we don't have like blue lights everywhere on the vehicles. It's only the rear facing, and it's one, I believe it's the driver's side. To think about that for a minute, and it's just one lens. So everything else is red. Again, on the rear facing, and on the left side, driver's side tail light, there is a blue lens. So right on. So let's see what's going on today. It is Thursday. It's another day in the field. I'm still playing catch up, believe it or not. I'm taking one day off in the week sets me back. So I have a full schedule today. I bet I have 10 inspections today. And it doesn't sound like a lot, but that is a lot when you try to fit everything else in and then put incidents on top of that. So barring any incidents, I should be able to get to them in a timely fashion. Good morning, Denise. It's good to see you. Thank you for coming in. I'm just getting used to your new label. I'm used to seeing your picture or the other picture that you had. So John says, and he's talking in New York, here all emergency vehicles can have red, white, and blue. Blue only is for the volunteers, and they must follow all traffic laws. I remember when we were driving out to Seneca Lake, I saw some fire trucks with blue on them, and the police cars have red, which is weird, because it's totally backwards from what I'm used to. It's Friday, Jimmy, at least for me. Well, happy Friday to you, my friend. Do you work Sunday, or do you get 3 days? Do you get 3 days off? Good morning, Nurse Denise. Hey, Mr. Paul. Yeah, so we're used to having mostly red here. Of course, the police cars all have blue here in New England. Like I said, though, traveling out to Watkins Glen, state troopers had red. We were on the highway. I remember driving or coming. So we were heading back this way, heading east, and in the westbound lane, there was a trooper that had someone stopped, and he had all red. Okay, Monday to Thursday. So there you go. Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. That's pretty good. Good for you. Oh, you only had 2 days off this week. You work Friday through Sunday. Yeah, our shifts are weird, right? Us first responders and healthcare workers. They slide you in. Now, Denise, do you do 8-hour days? Do you do 10s? What do you do, 12s? How does that work? John says, up until about 10 years ago, police and fire vehicles could not run blue. They fought to change the law. And I don't get that. It's like, what? Let them do what they feel is right. So you do 12s. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a long day, man. In the fire service, we do mostly 24s. But barring any incident, and emergency calls, you work at an 8 to 9 hour day. So right around 5 o'clock-ish, you can't leave, but you can work on personal stuff. I used to bring in my guitar, and we'd all have supper, and then I would go to my respective room, and I would practice my bass because I had gigs. I would go in, work at 24, and then for 2 days I'd be back on the road touring and do it all over again. So for the most part, that's how it works here in the fire service. So your ex is a fire medic. I think you were telling me that. Yeah, we run all ALS, advanced life support, in our in my department, and we have at least one medic on duty every 24 hours. We average 2. And I say 1 because people go on vacation and that. But blue was reserved for volunteer fire, and green was reserved for volunteer ambulance members, not on the ambulance itself. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, we never use the green light here. The helmet colors, so EMS, strictly EMS, They have a blue helmet. We don't have blue helmets in my department. We'll have black. So the enlisted or the firefighters have black helmets. The lieutenants do as well. Mine is blanco. My helmet is blanco. It is white as white can be. But it's been a long time coming for that. Been a paramedic for almost as long as I've been a nurse. That's a long time. It's a solid profession, though. Thanks for all, both of you guys, and for all of them out there that do that kind of work. Again, we deal with stuff that, and I'm not putting any other profession down, but we deal with stuff that the mechanic or the financial advisor and people like that don't have to deal with. And you never know, right, Denise? You never know what you're gonna get when you walk in. And again, I'm not picking on anybody, because everybody's profession is important and it's needed. But you walk into the hospital any given day and you have no idea what you're going to do. Like the other day, you had to work a code, right? Something none of us like to do. But you didn't wake up and going, hey, I'm going to work a code today. A plumber can go, yep, I got to go put that waste pipe in today, or I'm going to go install sinks and toilets in this new apartment building. But we never know what we're going to get. And that's kind of, it goes both ways. It can be scary and it can be exciting, I guess. Keep showing your toes. But that's why the burnout rate is so high in our profession. And that's why when I end all of my streams, when I tell you, please believe me, I am living proof that PMA works. That's the biggest reason why I've employed PMA into my life, because of the things that we deal with on a daily basis. Only red fire trucks here. Volunteer fire department and young ones will run over you going to a call. That's true. I think that's true everywhere as far as the youngins. I've had to reprimand several young ladies and men because let's face it, they get excited. Adrenaline is a hell of a drug, man. And you got to slow down, because you don't want to become part of the problem. And what I mean is so you're going to a car accident. What happens when if you get into a car accident on the way to the car accident? You're not helping anybody. You're becoming part of the problem. Sharon says that she didn't know that you were a nurse. And I think she means you're a head nurse in her opinion. So Rob says up here, we have Orange, which is a flight medic, and that's for Southern Ontario. Gotcha. Good morning, James. Good to see you 2 days in a row, my friend. I hope you're doing well. You and Cindy are good. All right, John. Had to do compressions for the first time in a while. Yeah, exactly. Nobody likes doing that. You're doing your best to help them out. Paul. Plumbers wear code brown, right? Code brown. Yuck. We wear code brown too at times, trust me. Right? Oh, that's crazy. You guys kill me. Good morning to everybody. Good morning to the lurkers. Thanks for popping in. I hope we have more Facebook people here with us and folks lurking. I know I have friends that tell me, hey, I saw you stream this morning. I wish you would let us know that at least you're here. Like Ronnie did. Say something in the comments. Let's see. Good morning, Shirley. Glitter bombs to you, my friend. I saw a replay of a video you did yesterday. You have your beautiful, cheery, smiley face. You look good. The weather looked good there. All the grass and everything looked fantastic. And thank you. Yes, smash the like button. Smash that like button. All right. Alrighty. This Week in History. All right, as always, This Week in History is brought to you by our sponsor, Revive Furniture and Home Decor. Check them out at revivefurnitureandhomedecor.com. And let's see what is going on in This Week in History. Today is August 3rd. Hope you all are enjoying August, and happy birthday to Sharon again as well. 2 days into the month of her birthday. Yeah, on this day in 1583, English navigator Sir Humphrey Gilbert arrived at St. John, Newfoundland, and claimed it in the name of the Queen. There you go, Shirley. 1583, Sir Humphrey Gilbert. He claimed Newfoundland. I claim it, although there was probably indigenous people living there. But he claimed it, name of the Queen. So, 1778, the opera house La Scala opened in Milan with a performance of Antonio Salieri's Europa Riconosciuta. Europa Riconosciuta. I don't speak Italian, but there you go. Whatever that was, it opened in 1778 in Milan. In the year 1900, on this day, American journalist Ernie Pyle, who was one of the most famous correspondents of World War II, was born. Are you familiar with Ernie Pyle? I certainly am. I learned all about Ernie Pyle. He was, yesterday we were talking about the Gulf War and how when the war started and throughout the war, you could turn on the news and you could see it as it happened. Well, Ernie Pyle, he was probably the predecessor to all of that. He filmed and had a film crew, and he was a correspondent, and he had his articles posted in such places as Life magazine and that, and he brought the news of the war as quickly as he could to the American people in the world. So happy birthday to Ernie Pyle. He'd be 123. Cheers, everybody. It's best sip of the day. In 1914, Germany declared war on France in World War I. Hard to believe that's been 100 years ago. World War I. In 1921, a day after being acquitted on the insufficient evidence, largely because key evidence had disappeared from the grand jury's files, 8 Chicago White Sox players were banned from baseball for life, accused of receiving bribes to intentionally lose the 1919 World Series. Can you imagine key evidence being disappeared from a grand jury? Does that sound familiar? Key evidence disappears. Oh, the videotapes. Somehow the video cameras weren't working. Amazing how those things happen. In 1924, English novelist and short story author Joseph Conrad, who was admired for the richness of his prose and his renderings of dangerous life at sea in exotic places, he died in Canterbury, Kent. That's Joseph Conrad, English novelist and short story author. In 1936, at the Olympics in Berlin, American track athlete Jesse Owens won the 100-meter event, his first of 4 Olympic gold medals. And he showed the Aryans what real Americans could do. In 1940, Lithuania was accepted into the USSR following the Soviet occupation of the Baltic states. 1941, American entrepreneur and domestic lifestyle innovator Martha Stewart was born. Happy birthday to Martha Stewart. If you can, Uncle Google Martha Stewart early pictures of her. Tell me what you think. She's pretty hot. Just saying. 1949, the National Basketball Association was formed by the merger of the National Basketball League and the Basketball Association America. Any basketball fans out there? So there you go, a little basketball history. In 1958, the U.S. atomic submarine Nautilus passed beneath the thick ice cap of the North Pole, an unprecedented feat. So it was the first time a submarine had passed under the thick ice cap of the North Pole. I wonder how scary that was. Must have been pretty scary to do something like that. In 1960, the Republic of Niger gained its independence from France. In 1984, American gymnast Mary Lou Retton won the all-around event at the Los Angeles Games, becoming the first American woman to win an individual Olympic gold medal in gymnastics. 1992, Let me start that again. In 1992, the American revisionist Western Unforgiven had its world premiere, and it later won 4 Academy Awards, including Best Director for Clint Eastwood, who also starred in the drama, and Best Picture. Incredible movie, Unforgiven. Incredible actor and director, Clint Eastwood, one of my favorites. I'm a huge Western fan, so. In 2004, French photographer Henri Cartier-Bresson, who was a master of street photography, captured what he called the decisive moment. He died at age 95. Notable birthdays: in 1872, Haakon the Seventh, King of Norway. Tony Bennett was born today, 1926. Tony Bennett just passed away, didn't he? Happy birthday to him. 1934, Jonas Savimbi, an Angolan politician, was born. Of course, we mentioned Martha Stewart. And in 1977, the GOAT, Tom Brady was born, American football player, in 1977. I was 13. And I'll argue with any of you. Tom Brady, the GOAT. Featured biography: Stanley Baldwin, 1st Earl Baldwin of Bewdley, Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. He was born in 1867 and he died on December 14th, 1947 at the age of 80. The featured event in 1492, Columbus's first transatlantic voyage begun. Hoping to find a westward route to India, Christopher Columbus on this day in 1492 set sail on his first transatlantic voyage, departing from Palos, Spain, in 3 small ships, the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria. So there you have it. That's what's been happening on This Week in History. And like I said, This Week in History is always brought to you by our sponsor, Revive Furniture and Home Decor. They make decorating easy. They make it fun. Reach out to them if you have any questions or you're having a brain cramp when it comes to what you should do to decorate the house. They're great, and check them out because they'll definitely help you out. So, good group of folks over there. Let's see. That's fine, John. Don't you worry about that. I appreciate all that you do for me, sir. And the rest of you as well. Mom starts on Thursday. So today is questions and markings and mask fitting. I saw that she's going to the radiation doctor today. Is that what you said? Heading to the radiation doctor today. Well, prayers to you and your family and your mom. And your tomatoes are growing. Right on, Shirley. Good morning, Mom. It's good to see you. I've got your stickers right here. Denise, you need to email me your address as well, if you haven't done already. And thank you for your membership. I don't have my new video made yet. I haven't brought it over, thanking all the members, but thank you for that. And if you want to become a member, all you have to do is go to our channel, hit the join button, and then pick which level you'd like to be at. Denise is a captain. Climb aboard. She is a captain. We set sail for ports around the world. You never know what you're going to get. Let's see. Facing this with hope for her. Hopes and prayers, my friend. Remember PMA. Well, I was going to pray for you both. Absolutely. Prayers for you and your mom and your family. And just remember PMA, like I said. Thank you, Law, for that. Here is the website. Go over and check them out. All right. This weekend is another history weekend for me. So Monday, this is actually a Revolutionary War week for me. As I said, Monday, Colleen and I went to Boston. We walked the Freedom Trail, 7 miles we walked. 18,000 steps. Who's keeping track? Right, Shirley? You and me both, my friend. You and me both. I watched the motivational video yesterday, since we're talking about this. I'll go back to my other story in a second. But I think you should check it out. It's on YouTube, and it's called I Just Said These Words. The money just kept coming. Say this to yourself for 1 minute only, and it's called Law of Attraction. And it's not about attracting your perfect mate. It's about attracting positive energy. And I watched the video yesterday, and it hits home. And it starts off with loving yourself. You have to love yourself. It's like I've said before, look at yourself in the mirror. You can't love anybody or anything else until you love you. It's important. It's so important. But we'll talk about that after. But I wanted to share that video, or at least the title of it, with you. A good a motivational one. Colleen actually sent that to me, and it's great. And it's about affirmations, getting up in the morning, looking at yourself. Thank you, Denise. Looking at yourself in the morning and looking at yourself right in your eyes, and knowing that you're a great person, and it doesn't matter what you look like or how you're made up. That's you. That is you. Stop looking at others and other things around the world thinking that you need to live up to that, because it's not true. And right, it's funny, Paul, because I think of this. So if you guys remember this, you're good enough, you're smart enough, and doggone it, people like you. It's actually true. That was forgive me. What's his name? He was a congressman, but he was also on SNL. Al Franken. And he played a character, and that was what his thing is. He was trying to motivate himself. He was making light of that. So my mother says she looks in the mirror and sees her mom. I see your mom in you. James, I look at myself in the mirror and it breaks. No, it does not, sir. That's like me when I walk by the mirror when I'm naked and I'm like, oh, holy, so thought there was a monster in the room. Right, Denise? Yeah. I walk by the mirror. I see my mom when I look at myself. Reach out and touch somebody and somebody's hand and make the world a better place if you can. Reach out and touch somebody's hand and make a friend if you can, right? Yeah, ask before you do that, right, John? That's why I say when I say make a difference, right, is you can hug somebody, but just don't run up and start grabbing them. Yeah, but Jimmy said. Yeah, we don't need to start that. You need to get permission. Just watch out on the booze cruise because I'm going to start hugging. All right, so let's go back to my original thing. So this weekend, so Monday we went into Boston and we talked about that. Did the Freedom Trail, all of that. Seen some of the founding fathers' graves. Saturday, there's a place in Sturbridge, Mass, and it's a living history museum. And I'm sure you may have something similar where you live or in the area where you live. And it's period homes and buildings. It's a whole neighborhood, a village called Sturbridge Village. And it's in the town of Sturbridge, Massachusetts. And they're having an event this weekend called Redcoats and Rebels. And it's all Revolutionary War reenactments and, encampment and all of that. So we bought tickets to go. We're getting up early Saturday morning. It's about a 2-hour drive, and I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. It's going to be like stepping back in time, and I want to make sure that I get plenty of B-roll. Secondary to the main reason I'm going, because the main reason is I just love that stuff. But secondary to that is we're going so I can film it and do some videos. And like I said, use the B-roll in my Revolutionary Minute series. So it's going to be a lot of fun. That's going to be Saturday. I'm excited for it. Redcoats and Rebels, it's called. Let's do this. See if I can bring this up. Show you guys. Talk amongst yourselves. All right. Now, share a screen. All right, there it is. You guys see that? No, you can't, can you? Now you can see it. There it is. Redcoats and Rebels, it's called, at Old Sturbridge Village. And let's see, what does it say about it? It talks about the time. So Redcoats and Rebels returns August 5th and 6th. See the largest military reenactment in New England with hundreds of costume Revolutionary War reenactors, both soldiers and civilians, encamped on the village common. Visitors can not only explore our exhibits, galleries, and demonstrations and talk with our costume historians about everyday life in early New England, but also tour the camps, witness recreated skirmishes and battles, see special presentations, chat with guest craftspeople, and enjoy life and drum music. Redcoats and Rebels is hosted by His Majesty's 10th Regiment of Foot and the Lexington Minutemen. Gonna be cool. It's gonna be exciting. Let's see.
Visit Old Sturbridge Village and immerse yourself in the 18th century. See what life was like for those who fought to win America's freedom. Experience the largest military reenactment in New England, as the village will be transformed into a military camp from the period of the War for Independence. Redcoats and Rebels at Old Sturbridge Village. Details for this and other events at osv.org.
So there you have it. That's what we're doing Saturday. I'm excited. It should be a lot of fun. Good morning to Chet from Sea Lake Journeys. It's good to see you, my friend. Thank you for coming in. Bill from Warm Strong Adventures is here. Hi, Bill. How are you? Thanks for dropping by this morning. It's good to see you guys. We don't usually see you up this early, although Chet's been here a few times. Bill, you have too. Absolutely. I enjoyed what I saw of your live stream last night, Bill, with you and Scott. You guys offer so much great advice and information on cruising and what to do. And I was going to say, and what not to do, but you don't tell people what not to do. You just pass on your experiences and what you like and necessarily didn't like on some of the cruises you've been. And I enjoy that because I am a novice cruiser. I've only been on 2. And that information truly helps me. And I'm sure it helps others as well. So keep doing what you're doing, sir. I do appreciate that and appreciate what you and Scott and what others like you guys that are not, what's the word? Experienced cruisers. I didn't want to use the word expert because you, even though you may be an expert at it, I don't know that, and you may not like being called that. So, but you certainly are an experienced cruiser, and yeah, you're welcome, my friend. You are welcome. For anybody, I'm sure you're all familiar with Bill's channel, Warm Strong Adventures. If you're not, I highly recommend going over there. And if Law, would you mind posting his link? And then when you get done with that, if you would do Chet and Robin's Sea Lake Journeys, because they are experienced cruisers as well. And they do offer up a lot of advice and ideas and that as well on their channel. So I feel very lucky to be friends with you folks, and I appreciate you guys. Chet says I'm definitely not an expert, and that's it. You know, that's what I wanted to get around, because you certainly know way more than I do, and a lot of us, but for somebody like me who's a very novice, like I said, I've only been on 2 cruises, and you get so at least for me, you know, think about the first time you went somewhere that you really wanted to go to, and you don't know what to do first. I get overwhelmed. Everything's shiny, you know. Hey, look at the shiny object. There's music. Oh, there's a bar. There's a pool. You know, it's like the look, there's a chicken guy. I get overwhelmed, and then the next thing you know, the cruise is over, and you did not get to experience everything that you hoped to. So it takes a few cruises to be able to do that. And by watching folks like Chet and Robin and Bill and Scott, I get to learn a lot. So thanks for what you guys do. They keep modifying the rules. It's like we're all newbies. Right. Yeah, exactly. Right, John and Denise. Look, there's a squirrel. Hey, oh, there's a nut over here. Wait, there's a tree. Oh, there's a car coming. Yeah, it's crazy. That's me, though, on a cruise. You still get like that. It's just so, I remember the first time I went to Disney World. I think I was in 7th grade, I think. And, you know, you have this idea in your head what it's going to be like. And then you get there, and it's even more exciting and overwhelming. We, the first time I took a cruise, of course, we flew into Orlando, and then we got on the bus that the cruise line provides. You know, the lady with the sign, and you get on the bus, and now you're riding to Port Canaveral, and then pulling in and looking at the ships, because there's not just yours. There's all these cruise ships, and some are bigger than others. And I wonder which one's ours. I can't see the bow, the name on the bow yet. It's just so damn exciting. And it's just crazy. I don't know. One cruise gets you hooked. Now I want to do more, right, James? Those damn helping hands for cruising people, they make addicts out of us, right? Kenny's the same way. Scott and Amber are the same way. There's nothing like cruising. I'd never wanted to go on a cruise ever. I didn't care. I'll just get on a plane, go somewhere. Colleen went on a cruise with her sisters, and she said, "You really should come on a cruise. They're a lot of fun." I'm like, I don't know. Cruise. Floating hotel, whoopee-doo. Yeah, boy, was I wrong. Still trying to plan for 2025. Are you doing the Australian cruise? You going to do the South Pacific one in 2025? Exactly, right, John? Yeah, we all had the same reaction. And for those of you that haven't cruised and you get a chance to do it, do it. Even if you take a 3-night, 4-day thing, take a short one. I know living here in New England, we can cruise right out of Boston. You can take a short cruise, or you can drive into New York City, cruise out of there and take a short one. So I don't have to fly to go on a cruise. But I like going to the Caribbean. Cruise addicts. Definitely cruise addicts for sure. Although I'm considering our good friend Nick P, who comes around, our mail carrier Nick, who comes around. He's been traveling to Europe and some of the other places, and I'm intrigued by that. I'd like to go to Europe maybe next year. Maybe fly to I don't know. We were thinking maybe flying to Spain, taking a train, going to France and Germany up through England, finish up in Ireland or Scotland, and then fly back. I don't know. Don't know. That's just a thought. Has anybody done anything like that? Have you flown somewhere and taken a train ride through Europe? I think that would be a lot of fun. And there is a bucket list for me. I would like to go to the Mediterranean and go to Greece. Hey, Gaylors, have you ever thought of something and you say what you're thinking, then someone else said what you're thinking at the same time? Jody, my sister's boyfriend, was doing that to her. Colleen and I do it all the time. Finish each other's sentences. We think of something and then I go to say it and she says it too. You know what that is? That's because we're connected. When I talk about there's no such thing as a chance meeting. We're all brought together for a reason. And some of us were brought together because we're meant to be together forever. Finding your significant other. I also have predicted things will happen. What about deja vu? How do you explain that? Never been to Spain, Paul. No, I would like to go. I would like to go to Spain. And then, like I said, travel by train or by ox cart through Europe. Like I said, through France, go to Nice, go up through Germany, Belgium, those places, Austria, go to England, and then Scotland and Ireland. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Kayla's Jody's almost got in trouble doing that yesterday, but it's nothing to get mad about, right? That is correct. But were you right? Were you right, John? Oh, it is time, Sharon. Thank you. You keep me on track. I did take my medication too. Thank you. Has everyone taken their medication? It is, I have 58 minutes past the hour, 6 o'clock EST. I want to thank everybody for joining me. As always, you guys are the greatest, and I wouldn't do this if it wasn't for you. I hope you had a good time with us this morning. I hope you have a good day. Get out there. Seize the day, as they say. And remember, you're great people. And it's good to be acquainted with you all. I love all of you and I appreciate all of you. Don't forget PMA, Positive Mental Attitude. PMA will definitely save your day, save your week. It'll save your year. It'll save your life, just like mine and Shirley's. We are living proof that PMA works. Employ it into your day every day. It'll become a habit. Make a difference in somebody's day as well. Smile at them, say a kind word, shake a hand and hug if they are so inclined. And you just never know. You could change somebody's life for the better. Thank a first responder. The men and ladies are out there keeping us safe 24/7. And also thank our veterans, because those people are putting their lives on the line every day to protect us, protect our freedoms and our liberties, protecting our flag in this country. You know what I say about the flag. I love my flag. I respect it. Flag means way more than the cloth it's printed on. Our founding fathers, our forefathers, came forth with an idea, a crazy idea that people could think for themselves. People could have their own freedoms and be happy, because that's what God wants us to have and be. And they came forth with that idea, and they had to fight for it. They had to fight for that flag, and they won, and here we are. But remember, those things are, they're very, there's a fine line between freedom and being dictated and ruled over. So remember that every day, and don't take it for granted. Don't take your freedoms for granted. They're important. That's right. Next time, see you around the channel. That's right, my friend. That is your tagline. That's your finished line. Thank you, Paul, for sharing that. If you want to support the channel, you can go over to the Teespring store and grab yourself a t-shirt. They're out there. And Denise and Mom, I will be mailing you guys out some stickers. And if anybody else would like some, just send me your address to theastutetourist@gmail.com. So that is going to do it for me. I hope everybody has a good day. We'll see you tomorrow at 6 a.m. I want to wish everybody peace and love. My name's Jimmy, your astute tourist. And my tagline is, we'll see you later.